The African continent offers one of the greatest experiences you could ever have, and that's buffalo hunting. As a traveling sportsman, a booking agent, and a professional hunter myself in Africa, I have had the wonderful experience of hunting buffalo all over Central, Eastern, and Southern Africa. And of course, each of those countries offers buffalo hunting experiences unto their own. So it's important when you start searching out your buffalo hunt that you fit the hunt to your needs. Buffalo hunting in South Africa can be just as exciting and interesting as it can in any other country, but it's important to remember a couple of the nuances. First of all, the vast majority of buffalo in South Africa are disease-free, high-fence, captive buffalo. Certainly doesn't make it any less exciting or any less interesting, but it is the fact. You do have the rare exception of the Kruger Park corridor and the greater Kruger areas, places like the Klasiri, the Tembavati, and the Bulule, where they are hunting strictly wild, free-range buffalo. But that is generally the rare instance in South Africa where you have that sort of buffalo hunting. Namibia has some very unique buffalo hunting opportunities that are actually sort of similar to South Africa. Certainly you have the wild, free-ranging, free-roaming Caprivi Strip where the buffalo and the elephants roam just as wild as they do anywhere on the continent of Africa. But you also have places like private conservancies and tribal conservancies like you have in Damaraland, for example, where the buffalo and the buffalo hunting is a bit more of a controlled environment, but you certainly can have a range of opportunities in Namibia, and it's a wonderful country to visit.
Because we'd be hunting crocodile in the safari, we needed to get some bait on the ground as soon as possible. We've been seeing a lot of buffalo along the river line, big herds of buffalo, and what we really were looking for was an old dugger boy for Gary.
We had stopped the hunting truck going down an old two-track road, and the professional hunters, Jofi Lamprecht, and some of the trackers decided they better go check the pans.
We're here in Botswana West. We're here at a waterhole called Ngausa, and Bushmen means we lived here, meaning that in the past the Bushmen had their huts in here and then drew from this water and hunted this area. This whole area has been inhabited by Bushmen for thousands of years, and we're fortunate to have some of the best trackers in Africa working with us on this safari. Buffalo's lying down between those two big trees there, the tall one and the smaller one. Yeah, he's lying between those two. Can you see his horns? No. We've got a buffalo bull lying down here. Just got to go have a look and see how big he is. I just saw him walking and then going to lie down.
We got to very close, and he had no idea that we were there.
We had to do some maneuvering over to the buffalo. When we got up within about 30 yards of him, Jofi put me on the shooting sticks, but the buffalo would not get up.
Let's get on the sticks. You see his horns there? What we're going to do, get on the sticks. We're going to break some sticks here.
We got Gary up on the sticks and had to make some noise, broke some sticks and made a few coughing noises, and finally the buffalo stood up.
Shoot.
When Gary's shot broke, I could see from the reaction of the buffalo that the buffalo was really hit hard, but he was still on his 4 feet and moving. In dangerous game situations, if the animal is still on its feet, we do backup shots immediately.
Right. Close, you still cocked? Let's go. Yeah, shoot, aim low. Good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is an old bull. It's a real nice bull.
Mr. McGee, good shooting.
Thank you. After the buffalo was down, walking up to it, it was very emotional. He was a beautiful animal. The strength in those animals, you can see the muscle in them, the strength that they carry. You can see why they're so dangerous.
Well, Gary, it's our first full hunting day, and we were looking for elephant tracks and elephant out here in these pans, and you guys spotted this buffalo lying down here in the shade. How'd the shot feel?
The shot felt great. The 375 did a wonderful job, and you can see right here where my hand is, and a lion attacked this buffalo recently and bit into its spine, and it laid on the ground quite a while before it got up, but it didn't go far after the first 2 shots.
A lot of people don't know that you can actually hunt all of the big 5 in Namibia, and we are going to try to show them how good the big game hunting in Namibia really is.
Try to get leopard and buffalo in the next few days, so it's been wonderful. I can't wait to get this guy to the wildlife gallery.
Gary, let's get this buffalo skinned out.
Let's go after an elephant.
That's it. Rooikat, which means caracal lynx in English, just sang a song for us, and it's a traditional bushman song for the bush farewell song from the buffalo to the other buffalo, and saying that he's going to be going to heaven now, leaving all the grazing to the other buffalo.
Botswana, it has some of the most spectacular wildlife and buffalo that you could find anywhere in Africa. I've had the great fortune of hunting buffalo there on several occasions. They are plenty and they are big.
We decided to go do the buffalo in the delta, which is actually a very neat experience, right in the water. You get water up to your knees, sometimes up to your waist. Buffalo living in the islands, and they just cross the water like it's nothing.
It was really amazing to finally get out onto the delta and go through those hippo channels, and you're down very close to the plant material, and it was just a beautiful day. Well, we were going down one of the channels, and then all of a sudden in the distance the fellows saw 2 buffalo. We pulled the boat over the side, and then we got out. At first they just were very gracious and took me on their shoulders so I wouldn't get my feet wet. Then we walked up and we snuck through the bushes and we snuck around the back in order to get an approach at this particular buffalo.
Followed this buffalo through this thick island, and suddenly off to our right we could see him. He was standing maybe 25 to 30 yards away, facing us, and I told Catherine to just shoot him right underneath the chin.
I had a shot. Grass was up tall underneath his chin. I could see him clearly, and so PH tells me to shoot him, and I shot him right underneath the chin.
Put it on side. Hardloop. Shot him right in the chest.
Right under the chin.
Under the chin, in the chest, yeah.
The buffalo had taken the shot, but it disappeared into the maze of bush. The follow-up was, as it always is on buffalo, a tense affair. Every follow-up on buffalo is unique to that hunt, and waiting along the tracks made this one especially memorable. Coming around a bit of bush, Yoki spotted the downed bull and had Catherine pay the insurance.
Good, congratulations. And then this morning we saw this really nice bull. And you want to tell us how it happened?
Well, you know, we did get out of the boat, waded in, and walked through the jungle a little bit, and then suddenly he was peering out at us, and we had a few minutes to quickly throw up the sticks and get on him before he decided to get out of there. We had a bit of a chase.
Yeah, I just thought it was a bit too dangerous to take everybody in there, so, but it worked out in the end, and you got a very, very nice buffalo. Congratulations.
In Zimbabwe, buffalo are pretty evenly distributed throughout most of the country. And you have three main opportunities for buffalo. First being some of the big conservancies in the south, like the Sabi Valley Conservancy. The Booby Conservancy, which is close to 1 million acres, is certainly one of the most famous. Other areas might be like the campfire tribal areas that you have throughout a lot of Zimbabwe, which has been basically rural development put together in which they've culminated together with hunting opportunities. And then lastly, you have some of your government concessions, which take place mainly in the Zambezi Valley to the north, places like Chawari, Rifa, so on and so forth. Very wild, very remote areas of Zimbabwe where buffalo hunting has been a long, long sought after tradition. One area that has gotten a lot of attention the last couple of years is Chifundi Safari's Nanetsi Conservancy, located in the southeastern lowveld of Zimbabwe. This area has always had strong populations of game, but for many years cattle were brought in and competed directly with the buffalo for both graze and water. Several years ago, however, cattle were removed and the land rededicated to the buffalo and the tremendous plains game population that call Nanetsi home. The result has been a steady increase in both numbers and trophy quality, a common result when sound management and improvements to the land are the focus. Thankfully, this strategy makes the larger conservancies like Nanetsi a great option for today's buffalo hunter.
We were back on the tracks, and it was about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, a fairly quick walk through this bush. We were easy to follow for a while, and once we were getting close, we could tell the herd was slowing down. It was exciting when the trackers stopped again, and we knew we were getting close.
We caught up to them right in the heat of the day, and they were all laying down, and man, then it was a tense moment. I mean, we didn't know there was a cow that was looking in our direction. We didn't know if she had seen us. We're lying there in the sun's beating down on you, and you're just not sure how this is all going to turn out. The wind was cutting it fine. It wasn't particularly steady. So, you know, the next hour or so crawling around those buffalo, I won't say it was intense, but it certainly had my full undivided attention.
We were using the grass to our advantage, and we were belly crawling, getting as close as we could. And before we knew it, we were within about 20 yards of the closest buffalo. Once they stood up, they started moving, and they moved away from us. We had a lot of foliage between us and them, and so we started following them. I haven't got into a position where you can see one good shooter bull.
Oh yeah. Shaking his head. Here he is. Yeah, I see him. Okay. Yeah, Nyati. That's what I'm talking about. Man, we've been crawling around these things. We followed these things for about 4 hours, man.
Thanks for that.
Hey?
Good job.
Great show, my friend.
Thanks,
Great
Adam.
show.
Hey, what a pleasure.
Yeah. Look at that thing. Well, Adam, it's been a few days of chasing these buffalo in thick bush and thin bush and finding buffalo that were not old enough, or the older ones were too wary, and, you know, finally it all came together.
It all came together. What an amazing stalk. What an amazing adventure. Coming in on these, getting really close, being patient, and watching you work. It was amazing.
It was fun on the front line, and Adam, when it came time for you to do your part, you made a fantastic shot. I mean, this buffalo didn't take 2 steps, so congratulations. Not only on a great hunt, a lot of fun hunting with you, and you've got yourself a fantastic bull, my friend.
Thank you.
You know, Mozambique, I mean, wow, what a plethora of buffalo hunting opportunities throughout the country. You can start in the north with the Nyasa Game Reserve and, of course, the Nyasa province itself, and, you know, move a little farther south to the Cahora and the Zambezi Delta, many of the Katatas, you know, throughout the Delta and other areas in Mozambique. And, you know, of course, you can move as far south as the Kruger National Park line. There is a wide range and a wide variety of buffalo hunting opportunities throughout Mozambique. It's definitely been an up-and-coming country for a number of years, and it's certainly a destination that should be on any serious buffalo hunter's radar.
This morning we picked up some tracks of a small herd of buffalo. They've headed down to an area on the Panyami River to drink. We're just going to skirt around in this palm forest here and see if we can pick up the tracks and track them down. That's too far from here. We're going to work our way around the back of this ridge, see if we can get a bit closer. We have a whole herd of buffalo here. They're all lying down. There's a large group. So We managed to get ourselves into a position slightly elevated above the herd of buffalo. There was a fallen down tree which was perfect cover for us. Bill had to shoot from a kneeling position at 80 yards, and Bill indicated that he would be comfortable with the shot.
Watch your ears.
Good shot. Hold on, hold on.
Good shot, he went straight down. That's him below.
Old bull. Yeah. Mr. Hemingway's rifle worked real well. Also kicked the fillings loose on your teeth, but who needs fillings or teeth at a time like this, right? Thank you.
Good shot, Bill. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank
That
you,
was a
Thomas.
great hunt.
Good shot.
Yeah.
That brings us to Zambia, one of my favorite places to hunt in all of Africa. Well, first of all, you can still hunt on private land in Zambia, and that's not to insinuate high fence hunting, but there is some good places to be had. But most notably, without any doubt, is the Luangwa Valley and the GMAs that surround it. Certainly one of the best buffalo hunting areas in all of Africa. Hopefully that reopens soon. And then a distant second would be the Kafue region in the western part of Zambia. Buffalo numbers are limited there, but there can still be some good buffalo hunting to be had. Tanzania, where I stand now, here in the Lake Rukwa Game Reserve, probably has the most diverse buffalo hunting opportunities throughout anywhere in Africa. Starting with, of course, the famed game reserves that are scattered throughout the country. The Selous Game Reserve, the Moyawasi Game Reserve, Rungwa, Lukwadi, where I'm at now, Lake Rukwa. Fabulous buffalo hunting destinations. And of course, you move up into areas like Maasai Land, where some of the biggest buffalo of all come from, bordering Tarangire, the Ngorongoro Crater, the Serengeti, some of the areas around there can be fabulous buffalo hunting. And then throughout the country, you have sporadic areas, open areas, game-controlled areas, but without a doubt, one of the highest buffalo populations in all of Africa is right here in Tanzania. There is multiple hunting opportunities to be had, and it's definitely a place that should be on your radar.
We've got a lone Duggaboy down here. We think he's lone, and this might be the day, so let's go get him.
Hey, come on.
Let's go. Hey, smoked again. Well done. Good shooting. Thank you very much. Well done. All right, buddy. Nice old bull. Good one, huh? All right, but it was a tired bull. All right, great bull.
Well, early morning here, we came out, we spotted a herd at dark. We got out early because these buffalo leave the area pretty early in the morning, so we got out too early, actually ran into a small, what we thought was a breeding herd. And Dean had a great idea. He said, let's just go on down and check for the Duggaboys. We can always track these later. Anyway, we spotted these two. The boys did a long ways off in the truck. Dean got us on the ground, did a great job of getting us around in front of two of them. First bull we saw, I determined was a little bit soft, but this one was a great old warrior. I mean, the hair's gone. Absolutely fabulous. Got me in position, and we put him on the ground. So we made a good first shot, and then we just kept following up because we don't want anything to happen here badly. So took a lot of bullets. This is a strong old bull. Anyway, I'm extremely happy. This was a great hunt. Dean, thank you very much.
Well done. Good shooting.
Well, as we move north, we start to get into some fairly unique buffalo hunting opportunities. We'll start with Uganda. Certainly the Karamoja in the north has still to this day huge buffalo herds and some limited buffalo hunting opportunities for the Cape buffalo. The ones that are there can be spectacular if you can get a chance at some of the limited opportunities that are available. And then of course you have the specialized Nile buffalo. Not something that's hunted very often, not something that even a lot of people are aware of, but Uganda is certainly one of the places where you can give them a go. Ethiopia offers basically a unique opportunity nowadays, mainly for the Nile buffalo and the Danakil. It's certainly a very unique experience, again, much like what you can get in Uganda. Not a lot of opportunity to be had there, but certainly a place if you're looking for a Nile buffalo you might want to consider. The Central African Republic and Cameroon offer basically two unique buffalo hunting opportunities. And they have the same opportunities throughout both countries. First of all is the Central African savanna buffalo, which is found obviously throughout the savannas of both countries. And then of course the more unique opportunity is going to be the forest buffalo, which in both CAR and Cameroon is found throughout the forest jungle areas. It's a little critter, but it can be a very, very fun experience and a great hunting opportunity.